Hey, how's it going? So recently I finished reading this book, Countdown by James Patterson and Brendan Dubois, and I thought I'd do a short video discussing 10 things that I learned from this book. So let's get cracking. Number one is the pace is very fast, so it's quite fast paced, and I quite like that. Number two, the chapters and sub-chapters keep you very engaged. As you can see, there's actually 130 chapters and a couple of sub-chapters within some of them. So this contributes to keeping up the pace, which reinforces the point number three, the fact that this is an action spy military thriller book. They all kind of go hand in hand. It works really well. Point number four, this book is actually written in the first and third person points of view. So as you can see, it's I check, and then if you have a read further down later on, you'll see that it goes into a third person point of view, for example. So it's written from the first and third person points of view. Number five, there is a bit of gore and violence. Not a lot of gore. There's some action and violence to be expected because it's an action spy kind of thriller. From what I can remember, there's minimal or no steam or sexy scenes. So if that's not really your thing, this should be okay for you. Number six, the female lead character is very well developed. She comes from a US military background and she's a bit of an outlier. They portray her initially as a tough person, a tough cookie, but they then humanize her and show that she has a kindness to her. You know, there is a softer side to her. There is also another main character. It's kind of like a supporting character, and that one's male, and he's actually a British character, and that kind of plays into the US-UK alliance, which feeds into the next point, which is there's a lot of detail regarding military info. So things such as types of weapons, the storyline, which is a conflict between some religion and the Middle East versus the US or the West. There's references to military groups and names of regiments or companies, depending on where you're from. So that was really interesting to observe. Point number 8, and this is more a general point I think about the book. I got the hardcover version. The font size is ever so slightly larger than what I'm used to, which to me is good. It's easy on the eyes, but also I'm guessing, and this is purely a guess, that maybe this book is also writing to an audience that's maybe a bit more mature, a bit on the older side. Not too old, but a bit on the older side. So that was interesting for me to observe. Point number 9, everything was written in the present tense, not past tense, and the action was kind of real time, and it feels immersive, like you are actually there. So that was really good to observe and read. And finally, point number 10, there were many plot twists. So just when I thought I knew what was probably going to happen, something would come out that I wouldn't really expect. So that was really good to read, actually. My question for you, do you have any thriller books that you can recommend? It doesn't have to be a military, spy, or action kind of thriller. Just let me know what your recommendations are. Drop them in the comments. I would love to hear from you because I'm on my journey to become a thriller fiction writer, hopefully one day. So any help you can give me, by all means, I'm all ears. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Hopefully I'll see you next time, and have a great day, everyone.